Welcome back to day three, or the end of day three, at the 2011 Sema show. I'm Aaron Schulenberg, Executive Director of Scrs, and I'm fortunate to be joined today by the team from Basf Refinish, who is the master's level sponsor of our repair-driven education programs. As that level, that means BASF helped us bring in the headline presenter for this evening's RDE headline presentation from Afterburner Incorporated. So, Joe, thank you for being here. Thanks for joining us here in the booth and for being at the Sema show. And you've been involved with Scrs for a number of years on the board, and BASF as a company has been so supportive of the work that we do as an association to help collision shops. What is it for you all that ties your involvement with the industry through BASF?
Well, first of all, thanks, Aaron. We're proud to be here. We enjoy a long relationship with Scrs, and we're happy with the way things are running. But to answer your question, Aaron, we find a lot of value in participating in Scrs, and particularly the newer RDE, the Repair-Driven Education Program, which we fully support. One of our core values at BASF is making our customers more successful. And in order to do this, we need to educate the repairers that are actually repairing these cars. If you look around this show, there's technology that's just mind-boggling from things everywhere. And this has to get down into the repair organizations so they can do a safe, reliable repair to bring these cars back to service once they're in an accident. So anything we can do to make our customers more successful, that's part of our core value, and we're more than happy to support it. And that's why we're here with Scrs and the RDE, the Repair-Driven Education, and proud to be here. Secondly, one other thing I want to mention as well is, in the venue of Sema, this draws such a diverse audience of all kinds of different people, not just collision repairers, but people here for custom cars, you name it. And we feel that having all these people exposed to the collision repair industry be a very positive thing. It might get somebody to consider the idea of, hey, maybe we should be in the collision repair business for a career. Young people, I think, could be attracted by a lot of the things they see here, and we feel it's a good exposure to have this kind of audience exposed to the collision repair industry. This is a good industry to be in, and again, we support these types of efforts, and are really proud to be here, and proud supporters of Scrs and repair-driven education.
Well, BASF supported us last year at the master's level. They did again this year, and Joe, we're so thankful for it. Thanks for being here, so I want to ask some questions of Sue as well. All right, Sue. So thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Our pleasure. So, you were involved a lot in the development for BASF of your involvement here at the Sema show. What's it been like this year versus last, and everything you've seen so far in the first 3 days?
Well, Aaron, it's actually been madness, and that's a really good thing for us. We've had a ton of people in our booth. We've had press conferences, unveilings, celebrity appearances. We had Chip Foose in our booth. We had Richard Petty. We had Ryan from West Coast Customs, and the Ring Brothers. So it's really been a great way for us to reach a lot of people in a short amount of time, and we've just had the busiest show I think we've ever had at Sema.
So one of the neat things for you guys is that BASF Refinish obviously serves a lot of different automotive areas that use refinish material.
Right.
So to be able to bring neat celebrity appearances like that to the collision repairer and to all your other markets, I mean, what a great place to do it.
Exactly, and it's really a testament to the quality of BASF, because these are some of the best builders in the world, and they can use any paint they want. They're not buying their paint, and they're choosing BASF, and that really means a lot to us.
Well, thanks again for all the work you put into being here and to making the show what it was, and we've certainly been glad to have you.
Thanks
and I want to find out a little bit about your product specifically. Antonio, welcome to the booth. And
thanks for having me.
Again, our pleasure. It's great to be able to have these discussions. So you're a product guy, and I know you've been in the booth a lot and talking to a lot of the collision repairers who've been in there stopping by. What's the big interest this year?
Waterborne. Everybody wants to talk about waterborne. They want to see, what you have new. And of course, we have 4 great cars in the booth by 4 very famous people, such as Chip Foose, West Coast Customs, and so on. So these people look at these cars and say, "What is this? It's waterborne-based coat."
Right.
And they say, "Oh, we just love it." What else is in a booth? Besides the waterborne-based coat from glass with an RM, we have a new line of Chip Foose collars in waterborne. For both brands, and we have a new line of special effect coatings for the guys that want to do some airbrushing, make some money on the side, and times are so hard.
So if you had to ask for people who are in your booth looking at your water product, what's probably the most common question that you get, and what's your response to it?
Well, they always say, what about price and how you compare to solvent-borne? And I have to say, one thing, it might be a little bit more for waterborne when you look at the price of the product, but when you have better coverage, you may more than make up for that little bit of higher price. So if you're like between 5 and 10% more expensive, where your coverage is much more than that, at the end of the day, you're saving money, and of course, you're saving the environment.
Very good. Well, thank you again for joining
It's a
us.
pleasure. Thank you.
Glad you guys have had such a successful experience.
Thank you very
We'll be
much.
joining the Afterburner Inc. Headline presentation in just about 45 minutes. So we'll see you there. Thanks again to BASF,
Thank
and
you.
we'll talk to you later.